you have two of your friends who played this defense last year. What do you think of that defense, and how much do you pick the brains of like CJ or Bryce after having faced them last year?
I mean, honestly, I haven't really had a conversation with them because obviously they're getting ready for their respective games this weekend. So I haven't really sat there and really had an in-depth conversation about it. But, I mean, it's going to be a challenge, obviously, what he done over there. Top 10 defense, stuff like that. They like to get the ball out, bring blitzes, get you in long situations so they could pin their ears back and get out to the quarterback.
Obviously, you've been here now for a few months, and you kind of sure adjusted to this. You were obviously back with your old teammates this weekend. Did it feel different going back and being with that after having now been in this pro world for a while?
Yeah, kind of. Just be able to – I mean, it felt weird not, playing in college no more, being on the sideline and rooting them on. But it was a great experience to go back and really show face and, be there for my ex-teammates.
And in terms of this prep for this week, how much is you talked about the routine you've been starting to get into? You feel comfortable with what you have and the steps you have to get ready for this one?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I got a great foundation base. Playing, obviously, it will be tweaked week to week. It's not going to be a final product. Later down the season, that's when everything will kind of be set in stone of, the routine and stuff like that. Not just me, but, the coaching staff. Everybody's new together, so, we all still trying to get a feel for each other.
Jayden, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, just treat it like any other game. But this is your NFL debut.
Yeah.
This is something you've been dreaming about, you're excited for. How do you, in this situation, treat it like any other game?
I mean, it's kind of just, go out there and just playing football. Obviously, I'm embrace the moment, take it in. I'm officially in my first NFL game. But once that ball kicked out, none of that matters. So, got to focus on try to execute at a high level and go out there and try to help the team win.
In terms of what you've seen from your teammates, the team over the last couple of weeks, what gives you the belief and what have you seen that makes you realize that this team is really ready to go on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, just the preparation we had from OTA, or from my case, and the other rookies, rookie minicamp to OTAs to mandatory minicamp to training camp, just the work that we put in the preparation. We got a lot of hard workers. They prepare real hard like vets and pros that they are. So from there, I mean, I have huge belief that, we'll be ready to go.
One of your guys up front getting taken care of, Sam Cosmi.
Yeah.
What's it say about the organization and to you that they're investing long-term in guys in front of you to kind of keep that core together for a long time?
Man, Sam deserves it. Happy for him. Obviously, we heard the news earlier, but he deserves it. It's good for him and his family. It's good for us long-term to have a player like that, a cornerstone piece, moving forward.
Obviously, last year, you didn't really have a whole lot of help in the quarterback room from other guys who had kind of been there, done that. With Marcus, who's played a Todd Bowles defense a number of times and worked with him. How much are you leaning on him this week, and kind of what are you looking to what have you gained from kind of his past experience with him?
Man, I'm leaning on Marcus a ton. He's in the same position as me. He played Todd Bowles numerous times. So obviously has a lot of knowledge of this is what you can expect. Obviously, everybody talks about the blitzes. Obviously, we're going to expect some type of blitz. But his main message to me is, man, just go out there and have fun. Don't put too much stress into it. Go out there, play football that I've been playing my whole life.
Coach Quinn talked a lot about the nerves that rookies face on that first game. When you step out on that field for the first time, what are you going to do to calm your nerves, to take that deep breath, and to focus on playing football?
Man, I mean, it's kind of like butterflies before every game, so nothing changes. It's kind of just the same thing. Go out there, once that ball is kicked, I run on the field, take a deep breath, be where your feet are, and go play football.
A lot of rookie quarterbacks that come in with the pedigree that you have, some coaches would just push them out real quick. DQ talked about they had a plan with you, and they really they stuck to that plan. How much of a better quarterback, or are you in a better position because they did that? And were you also saying, let me go a little bit more? Yeah,
I'm a competitor. Obviously, I want to go a little bit more, but it wasn't the plan that they had. They didn't necessarily they told me we're going to bring you along, but they didn't really tell me these are the steps, that we want to see you hit. Just go out there and just getting better each and every day and progressing. So they felt comfortable. I started to get more and more comfortable within the offense and grasping it. But, I mean, that's just kind of just the work that I put in. No matter what, you got to go out there and earn everything. I didn't want anything handed to me. So, I respect DQ and AP for that.
Hey, Jayden, in getting prepared for game day, do you go through different things in each day? Like today you'll think about this in your mindset. Tomorrow will be another thing, and leading up to the game day, do you go through those phases?
Yeah, I mean, day to day, obviously, what we got, what the emphasis at practice is, based on the install, stuff like that. That's kind of where my mindset is. But other than that, it's, waking up, kind of having the same routine and knowing that, as a quarterback, you can't really have any bad days. Everybody's looking at you no matter what, but they also have your back, to pick you up and, be able to talk about stuff if you do have a bad day. But other than that, you got to come in, you got to go to work. And DQ expects that from me. He expects that from everybody on the team.
Noah Brown just got here last week. Seems like a real pass-catching option for this team. How fast can you develop those types of relationships in these scenarios?
I mean, it's kind of just naturally going to happen. We have open communication. That's what I encourage everybody to do, especially on the offensive side of the ball, especially within quarterback and receiver relationships. They got to know what I'm thinking. I got to know what they're thinking. We go from there. And, as much as we communicate, the more effective we'll be, and then we can get on the same page.
DQ specifically brought up the level of preparation you put in, how much work you put in. How ready are you to stop the prep and just to play?
I mean, that's what you come here to do. You play football. I think we're kind of the only sport that practice more than they play. So, you kind of get anxious to go out there and, you want to play the game. And, that's what you get paid to do, go out there and play football.
Jayden, with the game preparation, how much are you kind of getting a little bit of say in the game plan and maybe like the first scripted plays of the game?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't got there yet. Obviously, what we're going to script for the game, but it's just that comfortability to go over and talk to Cliff. If obviously, I don't want us to run no bad plays. So if I don't like a certain thing, or anybody, you could go over there, talk to Cliff, have a conversation about it, and ultimately, if you don't like it, he's not going to want to call it because if I'm not confident and he's not confident, I mean, it's going to be a bad play.
And then, like you said, last week, right, there's 10 other guys plus you on the field, so it's not just one guy or even two. But how excited are you to get into a game scenario with Zach Ertz?
Super excited. I mean, obviously, what he's done in this league, obviously, the vet, we didn't get to play in preseason. But just the rapport that we built over camp and everything, man, I'm excited to go out there and see it live in a real game.
When you're preparing for a coach you haven't faced before, how much of it is figuring out like what they're going to try to do against you? How much of it is general, this is what this guy likes to do, this is what Marcus saw, versus I'm going to study someone who has a similar play style or, who came from a similar scheme that I did?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it is in college too. You got to have a base, but at the end of the day, you got to go out there and play football. Can't really try to go out there and try to figure out everything, the pieces to the puzzle. You have a base, they give us a base. We're not going to be right every time, but if we get all 11 guys on the same page, we got a shot.
And when it comes to beating the blitz, is it just, hey, these are the coaching points we have, or is there something different or extra you do with the offensive line to make sure, hey, this is how we're going to be successful?
I mean, just talk about it in the protection meetings, stuff like that. Be able to just communicate. This is what they're seeing. This is the calls that we're thinking. And then we go out to practice. Obviously, we're just trying to get everybody on the same page.
Take two more. When Quinn has these mock games, like on Monday, what do you get out of that?
I mean, just to be able to go out there and see different looks. You don't have to go full speed, 100%. But you go out there, you can train your mind. Mentally you could go fast and prepare the same way that you prepare like today at practice or tomorrow or in the, leading up to a game.
And then lastly, Ricky Pearsall, I know you're fairly close to him. What was your reaction to the news, and have you had a chance to talk to him much?
Yeah, I talked to him. He's doing good. But I mean, it's just a blessing. That's one of my brothers that, you know, I would say we grew up together from day one, but, you know, we built that connection. We grew up, we both came to college at 18. Obviously, I don't want to see nobody go through that. So, you know, I told him he's blessed. Obviously, it was just a scary sight, but I'm happy that he's on his way to recovery, and, you know, he's doing fine. Appreciate you guys.